Well, hello today. I hear it's snowing back in St. Louis. My friends called me, and I thought maybe I'd do this blog today with a little bit of palm tree and the tropics in the background. I hope you enjoy. And my thoughts are with you, wishing you were here. I didn't do a blog yesterday. If you missed it, maybe you didn't. I came into Tampa yesterday early afternoon. I stopped at the office where my daughter works. She was shocked because I wasn't supposed to be down here till Friday today. I overestimated the time that it would take me to drive down here. Even with the round of golf that I planned in Alabama and got in on Wednesday, I guess I forgot about the hour time difference when you come to the East Coast. And I think I also forgot about the fact that on the globe, all the way down here, I was coming downhill. And if you look at the globe in your living room or your office, you can see that on my way back home, I'll be going uphill. Anyway, my drive down to Tallahassee and Tampa from Tallahassee to Tampa took me roughly 3 hours. It was all interstate. I did not take any of the side road excursions, so there's no really Americana that I can report to you today. I do, again though, in the car, you're trapped inside your own head. And there were a couple of questions that popped up for me. First of all, both in Alabama and Florida, there were long stretches on the interstate and on other limited access highways. There were long stretches where there was very, very wide medians. Instead of having a rail in the middle and the inside lanes right next to each other, there were many times 50 to 100 yards of median with forestry and trees planted along that median. I'm not sure that's, of course, when you get into the urban areas, no, it narrows down again, but I'm not sure what that's all about. I mean, is land that much cheaper down here? You wouldn't think so, but maybe it is. But it was really nice to have that separation of 50 to 100 yards between you and the oncoming traffic. Just a random thought. Another thing about the highways, I didn't see those 0.2 of a mile road markers anywhere in Alabama or down here in Florida. We see those in Illinois and Missouri. I'm not sure what that's all about. I wonder why we have to have those and just what did they cost us. Someone once suggested to me, and I don't know if this is true or not, that the reason that we have them is that in case you're involved in an accident, that you can call the police and tell them more precisely just where you're located. Okay, what if you just drove past one of them and you're in that wreck on the side of the road? Aren't you looking at the back of the sign? How would you know? So maybe instead of every 0.2 of a mile, if they're going to be effective, we need to have them every 50 yards or so. Wouldn't that be better? Maybe we could just paint on the pavement, maybe on the shoulder of the road. We can paint mile marker 231 and do that every 20 or 30 yards. That would certainly be more effective, wouldn't it? Probably cost less than making a sign and installing it and maintaining it. Anyway, if you're calling, aren't you on a cell phone? Isn't there technology that can pinpoint exactly where you are with that cell phone? I don't know. It seems more likely to me that somebody sold one of our elected officials on that idea, and they wound up getting a lucrative government contract to manufacture, erect, and maintain those signs. Well, anyway, I'm sure whoever that was found a way to express their gratitude to our favorite congressman and maybe shared a little bit of their wealth with him. Anyway, for breakfast today, I'm in a nice hotel called the Sleep Inn. What a clever name. They had a nice continental breakfast. You get waffles and biscuits and gravy and cereal and hard-boiled eggs and sausage. They just about anything you can have. Nice breakfast. I picked up a copy of the local newspaper, the Tampa Tribune, just to sample the local press and see what they had to say, see how they presented things. The big headline story in the Tampa Tribune today was the fact that SeaWorld protests are now spilling over to Busch Gardens. many music acts, and I think in the case here in Tampa, it was Pat Benatar and the Beach Boys. They're now canceling their performances that were scheduled at Busch Gardens. And it seems like the brouhaha was over the captive performance whales that are at SeaWorld, and the fact that I think Busch Gardens maybe is affiliated with SeaWorld. I don't know if they're now owned by the same people. This brouhaha was detailed in a film called Blackfish. I searched online for more information and found that a lot of this protesting was done by PETA-like people, and they're getting more vocal all the time. I Googled a little bit more and found the response from people at SeaWorld. They seemed like reasonable responses, but here again, these were responses probably put together by lawyers and public relations people. But I just don't know. I know that whales are mammals. I do know, actually I have a niece that once swam with and was one of the whale trainers and performers in California. I guess it was I think it was SeaWorld in California. Maybe I need to call her or write her and find out what her opinion is on this, what her spin is on that. I do know this too, that I know that whales weigh a lot, and I acknowledge that they're mammals, not fish. But it crosses my mind, and that terrible mind that I have, that if you were to weigh all of the captive guppies, goldfish, cichlids, catfish, all of the other home aquarium fish that you can find in the United States, I'm betting that they would easily outweigh all of the captive whales in the U.S. put together. Not to mention that in terms of quantity, in terms of number of animals, it's not even close. I don't know for sure, but my guess is that the captive whales are treated far better than the vast majority of those aquarium fish that you find in a lot of living rooms and kids' rooms. I don't know. Hey guys, I'm thinking that there's more pressing issues to focus on with your passion for reforming. Think about it. Did you know that there's still human trafficking in the world? Think about it. Yes, there is. Did you know that child abuse is not a thing of the past? Maybe you need to focus your energy somewhere else. Anyway, I'm going to go to dinner tonight with my daughter and her boyfriend. Maybe I should pass on the seafood. Okay, one last thought. When I was going to sleep last night, I was reflecting on the fact that I did not have enough time yesterday to journal or to do this blog. And then for some reason the name Charles Kuralt popped into my head. Whoa! Has the ghost of Charles Kuralt possessed me? Is that what I'm doing this for? I don't know. Just a thought. Anyway, I'm going to be busy with my family the next few days. I'm not sure if I will or will not have enough time to do the blogging. But if I don't, you'll see me again when I'm back on the road coming north. I don't know where I'm going to go. I might come up through the Smokies. I think I'm going through Atlanta. I might stop at a couple of the sites in Atlanta. I may drive into Carolina. I may come up through the Smokies. I may just go through Chattanooga and come home. Haven't made up my mind yet. Hope to see you soon and be happy to share some more of my reflections. Bye-bye now.